Hey guys, it's Glenn from glenscarcollection.com. Usually I don't do the same video twice, but this loaner car I've had for 2 weeks, this Macan S 2023, and you guys seem to like the first Macan video, so I thought I'd give you an update how this is to be as a daily driver. I've been using it for my real estate business the last 2 weeks, put 1,000 miles on it. So they gave me this car, it's a loaner with 200 miles on it. Now it's got like 1,200 miles. My 911 was waiting for parts and they decided to leave it there and give me the loaner for 2 weeks. So I mean, there wasn't an intention to take 2 weeks. That's how long it took the part in. I'll do another video about my 2017 911 and the warranty repair. Figures that CPO is almost up, 3 weeks left in a 3-year CPO. I have a repair, but that's fine. It was still under warranty. So I really love this car. And at the end of this video, we're going to play the options game. We're actually going to go through all these options to see if it's worth $85,850. Now, I usually don't get white cars. I've only had one white car my whole life, and I had the night package on it, and that was my 2014 CLA 45 AMG. I did not have a YouTube channel then, but that car looked fantastic in white with black wheels, black mirrors, black trim. It looked amazing. Now you can see you got some big intakes here. You got a 2.9 liter twin turbo 6. So this is the same engine as that's in the Panamera S and 4S. It's like 375 horsepower. Here you have, I guess, the radar cruise. And how do you know this is not a GTS, that this is a base would be a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo. This is the next step up, the S, the 375 horsepower. I go through all the engine specs in the last video, so you can watch that. And then you have the GTS, which gives you a little more horsepower, more aggressive front end. So on the GTS, this whole thing would be black. So see how we have the black grills here? You get rid of this body color, the whole thing would be black. So it looks very aggressive on the Panamera GTS, the Cayenne GTS, and the Macan GTS. Now let's go over some of the options here. The base price is $68,400 for the Macan S. And white is actually a free color. So most Porsche colors you have to pay for, white is free. It's got the standard interior in black. So this is not a full leather interior. How would you tell? How would you even know if it was full leather? Well, the way you would know is if it was full leather is it would be leather up here, and you would see leather on here with typically deviated stitching or something at that point. So this is just a base interior and a base color. So far so good. So far we're still at $68,400. Now the Porsche logo in satin black and model design high gloss black. Do you really need that for $500? No. Now sport tailpipes in black, let's check that out. That's $950. That looks pretty cool. I think they're usually in silver, if I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. This actually has a tow hitch too, look at that. So I guess it looks good with the black diffuser. Worth $950? No, so I probably wouldn't get that. Trailer hitch with without tow ball, so I guess you could add that if you're going to tow. Now in most countries like Europe, they tow with their Macans, they tow with their CRVs. Here we need big Escalades or Yukons to tow. You don't need that. A car like this I'm sure has plenty of towing capacity. So for $660, I would skip it. Now $590, I think this is a worthwhile option that I would take. The heated GT Sport steering wheel in leather. So you have a nice leather steering wheel. This makes me feel like I'm driving a high-end car. Is this car worth $85,850? Well, I'm going to tell you at the end of the video, but this is a worthwhile option. I would definitely spec that for $590. Ionizer $350, I wouldn't worry about that. Roof rails in gloss black, it looks good, but I'm not spending $410. This is a tough one. The 20-inch Macan S wheels in high gloss black. I think this looks really good. $2,730. I'm not sure if it's worth $2,730, but I may pick that. Let's go back to that. Carbon fiber trim, which I love on interiors, $940, and that gives you the dash on the passenger side and some trim pieces here. It looks good. I paid $1,000 on my GLA 45 to have the carbon fiber dash. Was it worth $1,000? Probably not, so I'm actually going to skip it on this car. Side blades in high gloss black, $680, and which is the bottom here. I'm going to call the side blades. I guess they call the side blades. To me, the side blades is like on my Audi R8 right here. And then $350 for the side handles. That may be worth it. The door handles in gloss black, not too bad. Instrument dials in white, that's like my thing, white instrument dials. When I had my first Porsche, let's get inside, 996 C4S, It had black dials, just like my 911 now, and you could option white ones. And I think on some of the S models, 9 and 7, am I mistaken, had white gauges, the S and 4S, where the base models had black gauges. So white's my thing as far as gauges go, though it's not my exterior color, so I would spend this $700 for that. Chalk LED headlights. I'm sorry, clear LED tail lights, $910. Let's check it out. This I really love, but I don't know if it's worth $1,000. So I think this kind of makes the car with the weight going across. Would I pay $900 for it? No. Would I pay $500 for it? Yes. And then we have smartphone, wireless charging, $270. I would do that. Surround view camera, $1,200. Absolutely. You can save yourself from scraping up the wheels or the bumper. Window trim in high gloss black, $240. Probably. That's the window trim here, I believe up top too. So that's probably worth it for $240. $330. I don't think you could see this, but at night, it says Porsche here, you know, like how it says in the Mustang when you open the door. That's a cool party trick, $330, why not? And then you got the premium package plus for $36.60. Now what that gives you is the cooled seats, which I love. They call it ventilated seats, so cooled seats. The LED headlights in black and the PDLS upgrade. That's what I have on my car. That's an extra $520. Lane change assist. Power seats, the 14-way, not the 18-way, but the 14-way. Heated seats at the rear and the panoramic roof. I'm not a big sunroof person, but if you like sunroofs, I would take this package because then you have the heated seats. So how I would spec this car, there's not too many options I'd get on the 68.4. So I'd probably do the wheels. Let's just round up and say 66 and 3, so we're at 69. A couple of the other options here. I would take the surround view camera, so that makes us 70,000. I do probably the Porsche thing in the light, that's 70,300. I would definitely do the steering wheel, so that's another 600. So call that, what's that? 71,000. I would take the white instrument, and I'd probably skip the carbon fiber. So I'm at 72,000. So the way suggested, and I don't know if you can get a discount in this market, you probably could in the past. Right now, I think they're selling every one they got, so you're probably paying full sticker. Maybe, who knows? Maybe you're even paying over. I have no idea. 85,850. So I would configure this at 72,000. I think it would make a great daily driver. Is it worth 72,000? No. As much as I like this car, as I said in my previous video, being 6 feet tall, I cannot sit behind myself. I have the seat as far up as I could go up. My kids left this in the back here, and there is no way I could fit in the back. I got size 13 feet. Look how big my feet are, and I can't really get it underneath well. I wouldn't want to be in this back seat for very long. The trunk is super spacious. It's really cool how you open it. There's no actually trunk button. This is actually the trunk button, so I guess there's a trunk button. And you can fold the seats down. I can fit my hockey bag here, no problem. I'd probably put the sticks in the front seat sitting back, or I'd go through the pass-through. So it's a little small if you look at it. You're not gonna fit like big suitcases, maybe one. The rest of them will have to be small. You're piling on top. So it's not the road trip car. I think the best way to look at this is kind of like a very big hot hatch that can do everything. So that's, we have to give this back, unfortunately. And here we go, 375 horsepower, 383 foot-pounds of torque. Now, this only has sport, not sport chrono. So that is actually a clock, not the sport chrono stopwatch here, as I show you. So this is just a regular clock that tells you the time. It's not sport chrono. So a couple cool features I'll show you real quick on the interior before we end this video. I put my seatbelt on. You don't see any of the buttons. So the 2017 version, the last version, had hard buttons, just like my 2017 911 has, which I actually like. So as soon as we start the car, everything lights up here. So we have the optional cooled seats. It's a really hot day. It's going to be 88 degrees today, and it's April. So New Jersey, we got like one day of spring, and then it goes right to hot. So let's take off the Max just for this video. So I got a new phone. I had an iPhone 8, but if you notice the shorts, I'm shooting this on the iPhone 14 Pro Max. And I guess most phones would fit here. This phone does not. So this is not a good place for it doesn't fit. I have to put it on the cup holder. But most phones will probably fit here. I believe you need the smoker's package to, let me put the fan speed down. I believe you need the smoker's package to have an outlet here. So if you want to do your radar detector, there are outlets and USB-Cs in here, but obviously you'd have to stretch the cord, so I would always get the smoker's package. You got lane assist here, you got an off-road mode, you got a hill descent, all the things I'm sure you're looking for in a Panamera. So unfortunately, because this does not have Sport Chrono, which would be another like 3,000 or so, you don't have Sport Plus, you just have Sport. Like I said in the other video, it's kind of lethargic if you don't, and the other video would drive it, so watch that video. I always drive it in Sport because it's a little lethargic, slow. I guess it's designed for more comfort, more turbo lag and stuff if you just drive in the regular setting. If you're spending all this money for a Porsche, I think you should drive it in Sport whenever possible. So that's it. I would try to get this certified pre-owned in the 60s, and I think it would be a great car if your kids are small or toddlers. If you have to fit adults or kids over like 5, 6, I would say probably find something else. But a great car, and I love my 2 weeks for it. As you see, I put 1,048 miles on it. Time to fill it up with gas, give it back to the dealer, and I'll have an update on my 2017 911 soon. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.